all roads lead to the Annika Pro-Am. Trust me, all roads, all cameras, all people will be tuned in for the Annika Pro-Am. Why? To see the GOAT, Caitlin Clark, take over the show.
All right, here we go again. Caitlin Clark just shook the sports world. And this time, it wasn't on the basketball court. It was on the golf course. The LPGA invited her to a major event, and you'd think that would be a wholesome feel-good story. But the minute the news dropped, the WNBA world collectively lost its mind. And at the center of the storm, A'ja Wilson, once again showing the world that her biggest opponent might not be on the court, but in her own ego. Why is A'ja so jealous of Caitlin? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Caitlin Clark will compete in the Annika Pro-Am. This is gonna be fire. Y'all know she set the whole golf world on fire last year, had everybody tuned in. The ratings jumped up crazy.
Social media exploded. Fans were asking, wait, how did the LPGA just outmarket the WNBA using the WNBA's biggest star? And the answer is painfully simple. The LPGA understood Caitlin Clark's value. The WNBA still doesn't. Let's break this down because it's honestly one of the funniest and most revealing things we've seen all year. The LPGA made a genius move. They invited Caitlin Clark, the single most talked about athlete in America, to play in their Celebrity Pro-Am. No controversy, no politics, no agenda. Just a smart crossover moment between two women's sports. It should have been simple, fun, and positive. Instead, it became a full-on meltdown that exposed the jealousy, insecurity, and leadership failure brewing inside the WNBA. Because while Caitlin was out there smiling, swinging her club, and charming the media, the LPGA was basking in the glow of her star power, and the WNBA, they were sulking in the shadows. Here's how big this event got. Fans poured in like it was March Madness again. Every hole Caitlin walked had people swarming for autographs. Media outlets who never cover women's golf were suddenly running live updates. Even people who couldn't tell a driver from a putter were tuning in just to see her. That's the Caitlin Clark effect. It's not hype, it's measurable, it's real. It's the kind of energy every league dreams of, but apparently the WNBA can't seem to handle.
Quite amazing for a Wednesday. I mean, there's so many media here from all different sort of media aspects, local news, lots of reporters around that you normally wouldn't see on a Wednesday out here at an LPGA event. All the spectators are all waiting to get their final glimpse of Caitlin, hopefully a final autograph.
And here's where it gets hilarious. Golf fans, actual golf fans, were chanting her name. The LPGA wasn't just hosting her. They were celebrating her like she was the future of sports. They paired her up with Nelly Korda, the world's #1 women's golfer, and turned it into a marketing masterclass. They ran highlight reels of Caitlin's swing, posted behind-the-scenes footage, and turned her into an honorary ambassador for the sport, all in one weekend. The result? Pure gold. Those photos of Caitlin and Nelly went viral within hours. Golf gained thousands of new followers overnight. Everyone from ESPN to People magazine was covering it. But while golf was having the time of its life, the mood back in the WNBA turned icy.
Next on the team, Caitlin Clark.
Because while the LPGA was thanking Caitlin for bringing fresh eyes to their game, A'ja Wilson was fuming. She didn't say Caitlin's name directly, she never does, but she didn't have to. One tweet, one cryptic post about media favorites getting everything handed to them, and the entire internet knew who she was talking about. It's always the same story. Caitlin Clark does something great, and A'ja takes it personally. It's honestly become predictable. Every time Caitlin gets recognized for something outside basketball, whether it's Saturday Night Live, Nike commercials, or now golf, Asia acts like someone just stole her spotlight. This time, it was even more obvious because Asia's camp started liking and reposting comments about certain players being overhyped and the media only caring about one face. Subtle? Not even close.
Wanted to come say hi and introduce myself. I play out here on tour. I'm Maria.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for being out here. It's very cool what you're doing for sports, kicking ass on and off the field. But now,
And here's the Caitlin Clark effect, Morgan, with Maria Fossey and other players out here following
That's
us.
good.
A lot of fun. Made it easy.
Annika, could I steal you for a second? I didn't think I'll have like bigger. I can't say bad stuff on TV, but badasses. Once together, we're doing a fun like quickie on that side. There we go. Yeah.
I'm next.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Here's the reality. The LPGA didn't see Caitlin as a rival. They saw her as a once-in-a-generation opportunity. They didn't try to control her image or downplay her popularity. They embraced it. They gave her space to shine and, in return, brought millions of new eyes to women's golf. That's what healthy leadership looks like. Meanwhile, in the WNBA, the jealousy runs so deep that players treat Caitlin like a threat instead of an asset. And the silence from the league's leadership? Deafening. While the LPGA's official account was posting highlight reels of Caitlin's drives and interviews, calling her a joy to watch, the WNBA's social media said absolutely nothing. Not a word. No post, no congratulations, no retweet, nothing. And fans noticed.
Higher television ratings, higher attendance figures. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't come courtesy of a league. It comes courtesy of the players that play in the league. And in her case, she was the most popular, which means she could have helped your bottom line, which means you should have seen that from day one and maximized it, but you didn't do it.
Within hours, WNBA comment sections were flooded with fans calling them out. Why can the LPGA celebrate her, but you can't? One fan asked. You do realize she's your player, right? Another said. And the worst one, the golf league just showed you how to market your own star better than you ever could. Brutal, but true. That's when Asia really started showing her frustration. Because when the league stays silent, players like her start filling the void. And she never misses an opportunity to turn Caitlin's success into a pity party. Insiders say she's been annoyed for months by the amount of media attention Caitlin gets, calling it disproportionate. She even liked a tweet calling the golf hype another example of media bias. Then she doubled down by commenting, "Interesting," under one of the viral LPGA clips. Yeah, because nothing says secure like cryptic shade. But the irony is almost poetic. While Asia was online playing victim, Caitlin was out there doing what the WNBA should have been doing this whole time, expanding the fan base. She's not stealing attention, she's multiplying it. Every time she steps outside basketball, she opens doors for other female athletes. The LPGA saw that immediately. The WNBA, they're still pretending not to notice.
Everybody talks about like the effect that we have on them, but also they have the same effect on us. And I think that's what's really cool about it is to see how much joy it really brings them, and it brings their families. And that one game where they spend 2 hours of their whole entire year has such an impact on their entire childhood. And I think that's really cool to think about.
And here's the part that stings the most. The event wasn't even supposed to be televised. But after fans flooded the LPGA with requests to watch Caitlin play, they actually changed their plans. They aired it nationally and ratings exploded. Women's golf had one of its highest viewership weekends of the year, all because they said yes to Caitlin Clark. Now imagine that, another sport capitalizing on Caitlin's presence, while her own league acts like she's a PR problem. When she breaks records in the WNBA, some players downplay it. When she goes viral in another sport, they call her overexposed. It's ridiculous. Let's be honest, the LPGA just gave the WNBA a free masterclass in how to promote female athletes. They weren't defensive. They weren't jealous. They didn't issue tone-deaf statements about team values. They embraced the moment. They knew Caitlin's popularity was good for everyone, and they acted on it. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson chose to make it personal. She could have congratulated Caitlin, shown some class, or even used the moment to boost women's sports as a whole. Instead, she did what she always does, turn someone else's success into a grievance. It's the same tired script. She gets everything. She didn't earn this. What about me?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's been a lot of pressure. I mean, a lot of people looking at her, and, you know, when you set the bar high and continue to move that bar, I mean, people are always going to try and push you down and take you down in different ways and getting criticized, but she's just handled it so well, you know, with such poise and such class, and just keep moving, setting records and doing things that have not been done before. And I mean, that's just, to me, is obviously very inspiring, but it motivates a lot of women to be able to even reach their full potential. And, you know, she's so young too, and who knows what her future will be, but she's just starting out with a bang, and I'm sure she's going to continue. So we're excited to have her here. And
the difference. Caitlin doesn't play that game. She never bites back, never shades anyone, never gives these jealous reactions any oxygen. She just keeps succeeding, quietly, relentlessly, unapologetically. That's why the media loves her. That's why brands trust her. She's pure professionalism in a league full of ego trips. And that's what really drives Asia crazy. Because while she's online complaining, Caitlin's being embraced by other sports. The LPGA treated her like Tiger Woods' little sister, and fans couldn't get enough. Every handshake, every photo, every highlight. She was magnetic. It's funny and sad all at once, because the LPGA saw exactly what the WNBA keeps missing. Caitlin Clark isn't taking attention from anyone. She's bringing it to everyone. Golf, of all sports, understood what the WNBA can't seem to grasp, that Caitlin isn't the problem, she's the solution. And that's why this entire situation feels so painfully ironic. The sport that supposedly needed relevance just beat the WNBA at its own game. The LPGA looked like a genius marketing machine. The WNBA, they looked petty, silent, and insecure.
And everybody talk about other WNBA players not being appreciated. Nobody insulted them. Nobody dismissed their contribution. We were simply saying, despite the contributions for years and years and years, a lot of people didn't care. Fair or not, until Caitlin Clark came along.
Here's where things really started to heat up. After Caitlin Clark's golf debut went viral, the entire sports world's comment section turned into a battlefield. LPGA fans were loving her. Golfers were praising her swing and calling her the crossover athlete women's sports needed. Meanwhile, that loud corner of WNBA Twitter, led of course by Asia Wilson's fanbase, completely lost it. You could feel the bitterness through the screen. Posts read things like, "She's everywhere," "Can't anyone else get attention?" Or, "This isn't basketball. Why is she in golf now?" As if Caitlin forced her way onto the course herself. Newsflash, the LPGA invited her because they actually understand what a superstar looks like. And that's where Asia's reaction turned the spotlight back on her for all the wrong reasons. According to insiders, she was furious that Caitlin's golf videos pulled more views in 24 hours than anything from the WNBA finals, which Wilson won. She even liked a post that said, maybe she should fix her three-point shooting percentage instead of her golf swing. Subtle, right? Fans immediately caught it, screenshotted it, and within minutes, the internet exploded. The comments were brutal. Asia's acting allergic to Caitlin trending again. Girl, she's hitting golf balls, not stealing your MVP trophy. And the most savage one. Every time Caitlin breathes, Asia files a complaint. It was a bad look, especially when you compared it to how the LPGA handled it. They didn't sulk or side-eye her. They celebrated her. Their official page posted highlight after highlight. Basketball icon Caitlin Clark brings her energy to the green. Caitlin Clark lights up the fairway. Every caption was positive. The comment sections were full of encouragement. Even hardcore golf fans were saying, "We need her to play every year."
But you're right. I mean, it just puts our tournament in a different limelight and just different excitement. You know, they're streaming the summit today. They'll be streaming the Pro-Am. I mean, things that we haven't seen before. You know, wherever she goes, she's been selling out. So hopefully we'll sell out here too. So we're excited about that.
Because here's the reality. Caitlin Clark's success helps everyone. When she trends, women's sports trend. When she's on TV, ratings spike. When she signs a sponsorship, visibility for female athletes goes up across the board. But instead of riding that momentum, too many people in the WNBA act like her success is competition. Asia Wilson is the perfect example. Instead of realizing she could grow her own brand alongside Caitlin, she treats it like a personal threat. It's not personal, it's business. The LPGA got that instantly. They didn't feel insecure, they felt smart, they saw a golden opportunity and went all in. They didn't care that Caitlin came from another sport. They cared that she could bring in new fans, new sponsors, and new energy. And it worked. The crowd that weekend was massive. Thousands of fans packed the course, shouting, "Let's go, Caitlin," holding signs, even wearing Indiana Fever jerseys. When was the last time you saw that kind of energy at a women's golf tournament? Never. The LPGA didn't just get a guest, they got a movement. Sponsors lined up, media outlets covered it wall to wall. And the best part? Caitlin wasn't even trying to make it about her. She was funny, approachable, and humble. She laughed at her bad swings, fist-bumped fans, and made everyone around her feel like part of the fun. It was pure authenticity, and people loved it.
Please, Caitlin.
Caitlin, could you please sign that? 24 years, John Deere boy. Caitlin, please.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Hung in there, you know. Let's go.
Now compare that vibe to the WNBA lately. Too often it feels heavy. Instead of celebrating one another, players throw subtle shade. Instead of unity, there's tension. It's like Caitlin Clark's popularity has become a mirror, exposing who's in it for growth and who's trapped in ego. The LPGA showed what happens when you welcome success. The WNBA keeps showing what happens when you resist it. And that's exactly why fans are rallying behind Caitlin. They see her as someone who genuinely cares about elevating women's sports, all of them. She's the first to cheer on female athletes from other leagues. She talks about collaboration, not competition. But every time she steps outside basketball, golf, media, charity, someone in the WNBA, especially Asia, turns it into a feud. It's exhausting. Fans are tired of it. They don't want another Twitter spat or cryptic overhyped post. They want growth. Because if golf can figure out how to capitalize on Caitlin's star power, what's the WNBA's excuse? The LPGA literally gave them a masterclass. Embrace her, promote her, profit together. It's that simple. But instead, the WNBA acts like recognizing her success would somehow erase everyone else's. That's not how this works. When Michael Jordan dominated, the NBA didn't pout. They built around him. When Serena Williams took over tennis, the WTA didn't hide her. They turned her into a global brand. That's how sports evolve. But in the WNBA, the more Caitlin shines, the quieter the league gets. It's self-sabotage, plain and simple.
That's the reason that you play. It's not because of the wins and the points you score. It's the amount of joy that you can bring people and the young girls that will one day grow up to hopefully, be whatever they want to be and get to talk about those moments too.
And this is why the LPGA's Caitlin move stings so badly. It exposed that the Caitlin Clark problem was never about Caitlin at all. It's about how her league handles her. Asia's reaction was just a symptom, a public outburst of a private insecurity that's been bubbling all season. She's used to being the face of the league. She's used to being the story. But Caitlin changed the entire ecosystem overnight, and Asia doesn't know how to deal with that. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Asia could have shared that spotlight. If she'd congratulated Caitlin even once, fans would have loved her for it. It would have made her look confident, gracious, and classy. But instead, she went for shade and lost the PR war in one tweet. Meanwhile, Caitlin's out there proving collaboration works. Her pairing with Nelly Korda didn't make either of them smaller. It made them both bigger. Their photos broke records, their clips went viral, and suddenly, women's golf had its most watched moment in years. That's what happens when athletes lift each other up instead of trying to push each other down.
Well, first of all, we're thankful that she's here. I think she's been the kind of the one on, when you talk about women's sports, she's kind of, other than Nelly, it's been Caitlin. And what she has done is amazing. And like you said, bringing other people into the sport. And golf has been, I think, quite a passion for her for quite some time.
And now, fans outside basketball are noticing what WNBA insiders refuse to admit. Golf supports Caitlin Clark better than her own league does. That's an embarrassing reality. If the WNBA doesn't fix it soon, it won't just lose viewers, it'll lose credibility. Because that golf event wasn't just a fun crossover, it was a warning. Fans will follow the leagues that celebrate their stars, not the ones that resent them. Think about that. Golf, a sport that's been fighting for youth engagement for decades, just outperformed the WNBA in fan excitement, all because they let Caitlin Clark be Caitlin Clark. No restrictions, no jealousy, no lectures, just trust. And you can bet this isn't the last time another league borrows the Caitlin effect. She's going to get more invitations: soccer, tennis, celebrity tournaments, maybe even pickleball. Every organization that welcomes her wins. The ones that ignore her lose. It's that simple. Because here's the bigger picture. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player anymore. She's a global ambassador for women's sports. She's a walking marketing miracle. Every brand she touches grows, every event she joins explodes, and every league that partners with her wins. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson and her allies are still stuck playing small, acting like there's only one spotlight to share. But Caitlin's proven again and again, when you share it, it gets brighter. The LPGA didn't waste time debating fairness or politics. They saw value, and they acted on it. The result? Massive growth. Meanwhile, the WNBA keeps trending for all the wrong reasons: jealousy, drama, and silence. So maybe it's time A'ja Wilson stopped treating Caitlin Clark like a rival and started learning from her. Because right now, Caitlin's out there uniting entire sports, while A'ja's busy dividing her own. Why is A'ja so jealous of Caitlin? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.